In this video, I'm going to go into the library feature and discuss some of the limitations and pretty much where the application is at this point. And in particular, this is in regards to adding drawings into GraphPad that represent, for example, a gurney or large objects can be purchased, that the salesman then can go in and lay out a room very quickly. And so we'll just start off with and just show the library feature. And so I'm going to go down and I'm actually going to drop, and this is just like a bathtub, into the drawing. And the first thing you'll notice is that we can't rotate it or anything. So we have to make some changes to it while we're in GraphPad. And the first thing is we'll just add the ability to resize and to rotate the object. And what I wasn't able to demonstrate, or actually just sort of forgot, was that we can actually show the dimensions of the bathtub just by pressing the dimensions on, and we'll see that this is the size of the object as it would appear in the drawing. We have a scale of 10 feet, and this is a 7'3" and 3/16 inches long, etc. We can actually rotate this, and we can also resize it. Now, another thing that we can do, and this is pretty good, is we can actually go in there and we can type into this area and put in the precise dimensions. So we can put in 8 feet exactly. Hit return, and it should have updated it. Oh, update image, there we go. If we update the image, and I believe what happens, yes, we have to actually move it, and that's just a bug. And again, this is to show the state of the application, not so much to tout its capabilities as to show where the product is at this particular point. So we can drop an image in. I can fix it fairly easily to make it so it would automatically update the image. That's just basically I need to redraw the system. Now, here's where we get into the issue, right? As I showed you earlier, when I drop the image in, it doesn't have the fact that you can rotate and resize it. But there's also some limitations as well. So if we go into the library and we show the library for those features, which is architecture, and we'll go in and we can just pick one and just go in and edit it. Now, the first thing we're going to notice is the width and the height are not in feet and inches. They're actually in pixels. And so for the business community to enter their own images and get them into the correct size, that's a limitation. They would want to specify it as feet and inches, so a width of, I don't know, 4 feet, 6 inches or something like that. So that's not correct. And I think there's also some of these switches are not working properly. So if we go through, we can scroll through and we'll get back to our bathtub. Just to work with that one, we'll use a round bathtub. We'll set rotate and resize on and proportional on and maintain scale. Those should be on anyway for something like this as we drop it into the drawing. We'll close that and we'll just see if this actually works correctly. And this is what I was referring to. Let's try that again and make sure I actually save that. I thought I had, but you'll notice that those switches aren't working properly. Let's go again to the round bathtub. Here we go. Edit this again. Let's make sure that we actually turn these on. Save. Okay, now if I drop that in. See, more bugs. Why did you do that? That's weird. Okay, so again, state of the application. Apparently there's a bug associated with that, although I'm quite surprised by that aspect. That's the problem over here. So this is an indication that there's an inconsistency in the data and it can't plot things correctly. And I think what it amounts to is that when I put the maintain scale on, it scaled it to like 150 feet or something like that and resized the graph. That's my best guess. So let's go back into our architectural entities. We'll find that item. Actually, we'll just pick another one and drop a window in there. We'll edit that. I'm going to turn the maintain scale, leave that off, and just rotate and resize. And we'll see if the proportional works, just because I'm curious about that. Okay, hit save. We'll find that item, which is a window. Where are we? This guy right here. Okay, so it is there, and we can resize it. So that's working correctly. And it looks like the proportional is actually working correctly. Proportional means that it's going to maintain its aspect ratio. Let's go ahead and edit that one more time. Turn proportional off. Where it's architectural. And we can just grab, I don't know, another one. Something different. Okay, so we want to set the rotate on. Those seem to be work. We'll leave proportional off. That means I can resize it however I want. I'll go ahead and hit save, close. That's this guy, I think. Yes. So can we resize this proportionally? Yes. So those switches are working correctly. But the maintain scale, and again, that probably has to do with the fact that since I've got it set to pixels, when I drop it on the drawing, it just kind of blows things up. So that's the state of the library feature. It needs some kind of work, TLC on it. But that being said, when I introduced the library feature, it wasn't something that the user would be able to add their own entities. It was really, that was part of configuration that I would do. So they would be able to modify these things anyway. And so that tool was actually hidden so that I worked with it personally and then tweaked things appropriately. So that's the library feature. That's the state of the library feature that shows how you could actually add, say for example, a bitmap of an engineering drawing of your products. And then if they were sized correctly, you could actually go into draw up just a room and see how all your products would map into, would fit into that room. And that is my presentation. Thank you.